Hey guys, this is my first YouTube video, and today we're going to be playing some Agar.io. I'm going to be playing as the character Dogi, and if you don't know already, if you type in certain names for your name, you can get these skins. So right now I'm a dog, and by getting this skin, you type in Dogi. There's a bunch of other ones that I don't exactly know what you're supposed to type in to get. I know one other, and you can type in like France and Brazil, then you get the flag of France or Brazil. And I like that personally. I don't like just having a random color. I think it's cool to have your own skin. So practically the objective of this game, if you haven't played already, is to collect these little bubbles and get bigger. And then once you're big enough, you can eat other opponents, and you try to get as big as you can possibly get and then get on the scoreboard. That's practically all it is. It is actually really fun and challenging game because as you can see, there's a bunch of these really big bubbles that can easily eat you, and once you get bigger, you're their main target because they get a lot of points if they eat you. So I've made it to like 1,100 points before, and I've never really made it to the top place on the scoreboard. I've made it into the top 3, but I was only there for like 5 seconds and then I died. So once you're to over 40, I think, or 35 points, you can split. And what that practically means is it shoots half of your mass into another bubble, and you can still control the other bubble, but now you're split into 2 pieces. So it's useful for like escaping. If you're about to be eaten, you can escape somebody really easily by splitting. And you do this by clicking the spacebar if you're playing on computer. If you're playing on tablet, there's a button that says split. And then there's another thing you can do, and it's practically just giving up some of your mass. There's no really point to it. I personally think it's a useless feature. So as you see right here, I'm totally trapped, and this would be a good time to split. So actually I did make it out without needing to split, but it would have been a good time if I wasn't gonna make it out and I was about to be eaten. So see right here, this is another good reason. Oh, never mind. I was about to split there, but that guy, he actually wasn't running away from me. He just stopped for some reason. So here's a good reason to split. If you want to eat somebody, you can shoot yourself farther, and splitting is a great way to do that. There's no really other way to do it, so if you want to get somebody who's far away, and when you're bigger, you're slower. So if you're trying to get somebody, you have to be 10% bigger than them, which means that they're faster than you. So it's pretty useful to split and try to get them. But when you're trying to eat somebody, you've got to be 10% bigger than them in order to eat them. So you do have to keep that in mind, because if you split and then you can't eat them in the end, you're very vulnerable. So after a minute, once you split, you can recombine into one main mass, and you're going to want to do that as soon as possible, because once you get bigger, these big people, like this guy right here, are going to want to eat you, and a lot of people are going to be coming after you, and since you're in all these small pieces, you're very vulnerable. So I'd suggest to get back to your main mass as fast as possible. So here's another skin. If you type in Piccolo, you can get this one right here. And I don't really like that one that much. I think it's sort of bland, but so one problem I think in this game is that there's a lot of, there's no limit to the names that you could choose, so a lot of them are inappropriate. But as you see, once you eat people, you can get bigger a whole lot faster than what you do by just collecting these little dots. And I don't know this for a fact, but I'm pretty sure once you get over 1,000, you actually start losing points. So these dots really don't do much. Okay, so I'm going to try to get onto the leaderboard today, and I'm actually already to 522 points, so I'm doing pretty good. But usually you get on the leaderboard like at 1,200, so I still have a ways to go up. And as you see, that guy just split, and that shows you how useful it is because he just ate me. So then also you can use teams and experimental mode, and then party. So party is practically if you want to join a specific game, you can click join and type in the code. I don't know any right now, So I'm pretty sure there's another skin, and it's like, let's see if I'm right here. Yeah, so this is another one. It's A and then LMAO, and you get this little like alien dude. So I really like the skins. It sort of adds another feature to the game. I don't, and then also, I was about to say I don't think you can get the skins on tablet, but you actually can, and you just type in the same thing. So when you're on a tablet, after playing for a little bit, your finger actually gets to hurt a little bit. So I would recommend playing on the computer. I also have a lot more fun on the computer. It's slightly easier, and I think it's easier to move around. And like when you begin on tablet, you go super fast, and I don't know why. They should really fix that. But on computer, you go slightly slower, and it's easier to control your bubble. So, and I don't really know what to call these like bubble things. I mean, I would call them balls or bubbles. I don't know. So comment in the section below if you know what these are called, but I'm pretty sure they're just called balls. So this large yellow ball is coming near me, and the problem is once you get to the corners and somebody's chasing you, you're practically, there's no way that you can make it out alive. There's one way, and that's splitting. So you can escape that way, but chances are you won't if they're big enough. So to eat somebody, you do have to be 10% bigger than them. And so when you split, you've got to be careful, because if you split and you're not 10% bigger than the person you're going for, chances are um, you're not gonna live that much longer, because once you split, you're a lot smaller than you were before, and this makes it so a lot of people can easily get you, and a lot of people will go for you once you split. So another thing that you can do is you can let out your mass. So, ooh, that guy just ran right into me. So like there's these bacteria or yeah, bacteria stuff right here, and if you click W, you can let out your mouse right at it, and it will get bigger. And what this does is, if you're big enough and you go into the bacteria, it will actually get bigger. And well, no, that's if you let out your mass into it. But if you big enough and you go into the bacteria, you will split, and this puts you into a whole lot of small pieces. And when this happens, a lot of people go for you because you're super duper vulnerable and you're in about 100 small pieces. So you can get big really fast by getting somebody who just split. So like if you feed the bacteria with your mass, it's really useful, because like if somebody's about to eat you and you're on the other side of the bacteria and you feed the bacteria, then it can get bigger, pop the other person, and you can eat them. So sadly, I did die right there. I was at 188 as my highest mass. So I'm going to try this one more time and see if I can get under the top charts. So I'm going to try one more skin, and you can practically type in any country and it's a skin. So I typed in Brazil, and you get this Brazil flag. So you can just look up the skins, and there's a whole bunch of them that you can see. And I personally like the Dogi one and the A, and then the, like, that one that I was last using, the alien-like one. So I don't really know what to call that one, because it's literally, like, not really a word. But, so I'm to 64 points already, and hopefully Pepe won't try to eat me, but I think I'm big enough that if he split to try to eat me, he wouldn't be able to. So yeah, and then you can also, I think, type in like Obama and then get the Obama skin. I'm going to try that if I die really quick. So I'm at 92, almost 100, and ooh. So I'm going to try to eat this guy. No, I don't think I'm big enough. So yeah, I probably wasn't big enough. I did split anyway, because you do move faster once you split, but then again, you're very vulnerable, and as you saw, I was just eaten. Well, half of me was. So I'm to 103, and that guy luckily missed, because he would have eaten me. But I think I'm actually going to purposely die so that I can use one more skin. And I don't know if this is actually a skin, but why not try it? And you can type in any name, it's just that typing in a skin name you get the skin. So if you type in any name, you're just a color, like this guy is. So if you want like a creative name, you can just type in anything. But I like the skins. So yeah, the Obama skin does work, and I know there's a whole bunch of other people that you can type in. I think you can do like the Queen um, of Great Britain. Okay, so I was just seeing if I could eat those little balls because I would have gotten super big. So right now I'm just collecting these little points. I'm to 60, and again, you need like, I think it's like 1,000 to get onto the top charts, usually. I mean, it changes obviously. If the people who are playing are better, then it takes more. And you may have just saw that there's a Canada skin, and so that's one if you want to use that one. Okay, so I'm to 136 points. So I'm pretty close to 200 almost. But once you get bigger, it's a whole lot easier to get points. So even though I was only to 140, I can get them a lot faster than I could when I was smaller. Okay, so I'm to 185, super close to 200. And there's that Canada guy again. I hope he doesn't come for me. Ooh, don't eat me. Okay, good. So he's not big enough to eat me, which I was really lucky about. Because if he did, then, well, I'd just die. And I'd have to restart. So I'm going to try to squeeze in right here. Hopefully no one eats me. It may happen. Yes, okay, so I made it out. I did end up splitting just to get away faster. That's another thing that splitting can do. It can help you get away. So, oh, sadly, knee just ate me. So I'm actually going to try one more time because I do want to try to get onto the top charts for my first video. And I'm also going to try the Canada skin. Okay, so here's the Canada skin. They sort of look like they were drawn. It's not really like a professional skin. And then there's also a Facebook skin. So it's all capital. You just type in Facebook. And then you get the Facebook logo. Okay, so I'm to 33. Now I'm to 35, which means that I can split. And then you can also, I should demonstrate this. You can also, when you click W, so you split to using the space bar, and you click W, and you can let out some of your mass. And you can do this to feed the bacteria, and then you can also feed other players in team mode. That's something that's useful. But really, you're not going to use it much if you're in the normal single player mode. So this is my first video on my channel, and I do want to know what games I should play. So I'm thinking of like Minecraft or Bloons Tower Defense. Comment below what you think I should play. Okay, so I'm to 88 points, which is actually pretty low. I thought it'd be a lot higher by now, and hopefully bait isn't going to try to eat me. Okay, so that's another skin, obviously, and it's just a fishing hook in the black sand. Okay, so I'm to 115 points, and this isn't going as fast as I hoped it would. And it actually takes a long time to get up to 1,000. It took like 10 minutes the last time I did it. And you can die so easily in this game. That's one problem. If you're not patient and you get really frustrated after the first couple of times, you probably won't like this game. But I like it, and it's pretty fun. So there's the Magic 8 Ball. I don't know what the skin name for that is. You may just be able to type in 8, and you may be able to get it. So if you want to try that, you could. Okay, so I'm to 210 points, and I'm going to go try to eat somebody because I am not gaining points that fast. At this rate, it'll take a while for me to get up to the top charts. So I'm going to try to eat that Magic 8 Ball. See, okay, so No, I wasn't big enough. Okay, so this is a problem now because I'm really small and a lot of people could eat me. So I'm gonna try to go for this one guy, and he walked right into me for some reason. Oh, okay, so this is perfect. There's this Dogi guy, and I'm gonna take a huge risk, and I may actually split one more time. And the reason this is such a huge risk is because, oh, okay, so he actually went and fed another one of the really big players. And I was saying about how it's a really huge risk to split more than once because you get super small and you're just so vulnerable. And if you don't end up getting what you want, you're gonna end up being eaten and have to restart. So I'm to 250, and I need to try to eat somebody or else I'm gonna be eaten. Because this I help you help, no, I help you help guy seems like he's coming for me, but he actually just fed me. So I may be able to eat him. Nope, okay, I can't. But I'm gonna go for this magic 8 ball. Should I split? It wasn't big enough before, so I'm gonna gain some points and then I'm gonna try to split and eat him. Oh, perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna split right here. And oh, okay, so sadly I missed and I only got one thing that I wanted. But oh no, Bob! Oh boo, I thought that was Bob. Okay, so now I'm back to a really low score. Once you get low, your score still stays the same, because your score will always say the highest score that you've had. So once you get popped, you just have to wait until you're back up to that score until you're gonna be gaining any. Okay, so I got really lucky and I got a bunch of balls from this person who had split, obviously. And so obviously there's no limit to what name you could be on this game. Oh, yes. Okay, so that's what happens if you go into the bacteria. And I'm up to 445 now, so I'm pretty close to the top chart. I'm like halfway there. Okay, so look at this. Okay, so now I'm huge. I'm to 954, and I may make it pretty quick. So I'm going to try to go for somebody who's pretty big. And as you see, once you get bigger, you move really slowly. And I think that's one of the problems about being big and one of the good things about splitting. And that's one of the only good things about splitting, I'd say, is that you can move a whole lot faster than you could when you wouldn't split. Okay, so Dogi looks like he's near me. And the problem is once you're big and you see these big people, you should try to stay away from them because if they eat you, it's pretty problematic, like he did just there. I got to 955 as my top mass, and I think I'm going to wrap it up right there. So comment down below what games you'd like to see me playing, and bye-bye.